And so that would be the intro part. And I mean, you could count it a couple different ways. If you look at the PDF I gave you, I gave sort of the translation of the triplets to eighth notes. It's counted in triplets: 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. It's a shuffle rhythm, which is the first and last notes of a set of triplets. And at the top there, you can see the first bar. It says 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So you're playing 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. But, you know, counting the trips in there is hard, like with the Dave Brubeck. So you could count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and because you could count it that way and you've only have 2 notes, some people interpret it as writing it out as 8 notes and just say swing. So the one on the far right of the third bar on the top line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what's happening is you're playing shuffled eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're playing accents on the spots that have the little alligator mouths. If you look at the first 2 bars, you'll see on 1, 2, and of 3, and then on the next bar, 1, and of 2, and 4, you'll see the little, I guess those are less than signs. It's been so long. The little alligator mouths on top. Those are called accents. And what you're going to do, I'll just do it on the snare. With the accent, it's not so important that your accents mean to play louder, but more importantly, it's the low notes you need to play lower. So you can see my stick tip heights. One is here, but it's more important that my left hand's lower. Sorry. You can see with my stick tip heights, one is up high and one is low, and it's more important that my left hand is lower. That's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? So you have to get that shuffle rhythm out first. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. You want to practice that and get that really smooth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'll go really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? So it plays the first 2 bars and then it plays the first 2 bars again. And then after that, it switches to more of a jazz ride pattern. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So for the first 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're just playing a swing pattern with the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I treat it like my right hand is playing a jazz ride pattern. Right, for the first bar. And then my left hand fills in the notes in between. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now to turn this down. That's for the first 2 bars. So my right hand is playing the jazz ride pattern. Ba, ga, ga, da, ga, ga. My left hand is just filling in the spaces. Ba. So we got ba, 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 ba. right? And then on the last two bars, what winds up happening is you switch to the alternating singles. So you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sometimes I think he plays at the and of 4 on the floor tom, and sometimes he plays it on the high tom. Sometimes he plays the and of 3 and the and of 4 on the high tom. So that would be the ending. Right, and then so. All right, so yeah, you want to add the bass drum on the quarter notes. So I'll go really slow. Does that make sense? I'll do it one more time, super slow, with the bass drum. Okay, and then add the hi-hat on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does the first half 3 times, and then on the 4th time it does the jazz pattern. Then after that, it switches to a hi-hat, basic swing, big band pattern. It sounds like this. Which is the same thing as this. All right, and so this is the same thing as this, which is 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Same thing as in the Dave Brubeck Take 5, except that was in 5. The same kind of idea. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And then you've also got the bass drums feathering on the quarter note. Feathering means playing very lightly with the bass drum foot. And I may not have been playing very lightly, but you're supposed to play lightly. And then the hi-hats on 2 and 4. So those two things are the same as far as the hands and the foot are concerned. It's just that one is playing on the hi-hat. It's kind of weird on the hi-hat when you're like, because you got to time things right with your foot opening and closing, because it can be a little bit different than just playing on the ride cymbal. And then the snare is playing on 2 and 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then within the song, there are several shots and stuff like that. All right. So there you go. There is Sing, Sing, Sing by Benny Goodman.